Alexa, lights on. I don't want to go. So my friend is doing a one-day passport. We have a meeting in San Diego at 11:30 to get his passport. But guys, this dude missed his flight. He missed his flight. He slept in, like, of all days. So now we're rushing over to a different airline to see. He was going to meet me at O'Hare. So what I was trying to say was that he was flying from St. Louis to Chicago, and we were meeting up at O'Hare Airport and then taking the same flight to San Diego. But because he missed his connecting flight, I decided to go to O'Hare myself. Of course, then my flight gets delayed. So now I'm freaking out if I'm even going to make it. The initial plan was to land in San Diego with enough time to get some drinks at the Priority Pass lounge that I have access to before our appointment. But I only had enough time to go in, get a copy of his license, chug a glass of Sauv Blanc, and hit the road again to make sure we made it on time to our appointment. If it wasn't for a $400 Southwest last-minute direct flight and this long-ass line, he would have been screwed. If you're coming to get your passport in one day, you can get it. We're heading out to get some food, and they said we can come pick up the passport at 2:30. So we'll be back in a couple hours and then get on the bus and head to Tijuana. So guys, get this. It was my very first time in San Diego, and I fell in love with the people, the vibes. Everyone is just so chill here. We went to go get lunch at this really dope place where you can pretty much start your own tab. And trust me, I needed a drink after everything this dude put me through to get this damn passport. I've never been so excited to see a passport in my life. Then we headed over to the Greyhound station where we had to transfer in San Isidro, California in order to then get back all through this traffic. And we only decided to take the Greyhound because I was under the impression we wouldn't have to sit through all this freaking traffic. And let me tell you, you wait in line just as long as everyone else, if not more, especially when you get to the border. They made us all get off and then go through immigration. Long story short, our Uber took us through the scenic route through Rosarito Beach to get to our gorgeous Airbnb, or should I say expensive Airbnb. But no, in all honesty, guys, this was so freaking worth it. Like, I cannot explain the ocean sound and the views and the sunsets and the sunrises from this Airbnb was just absolutely incredible. Paid $40 for each person to get a wristband where you can have access to Cocoa Beach and Tequila Club next door where it's connected through this bridge. It's all you can drink, but I personally wouldn't trust any of their drinks there unless they were closed and in a bottle. Good morning. It is officially day 1 and look at what I get to see this morning. Wake everyone up. Todavía no se levantan, estúpidos. Although we paid over $4,000 for the 5 nights, the reason why it was worth it was because everything else closer to the festival, or even half as nice as this, was just about the same, if not around the $2,000 price point. And for me, I just could not justify staying in like a shitty ass place for over $2,000 that I was like, you know what, an extra $2,000 is so worth it. So we're probably gonna shower and get the day started and see how the day goes. We literally hit up Charlie's place for breakfast almost every day, and that shit is mad overpriced, like $300 each time we went for literally wibbles. Then this dude, Jordan, met him on the Greyhound and decided to have him over. but he ended up becoming our friend.
Alright,
we're gonna get ready in a little bit, but first I want to show you guys my outfits because I have no idea which one I want to wear yet. So let me know. So I got these pants and they look like a garbage bag, okay? And they are from Theory, just so you can see. Look at how much this plastic bag costs. Obviously, I did not pay that because your girls went to TJ's and I got on for $30. But I'm gonna show you guys how cute they look because I think they look really cute, but this is my personal opinion. We are ready. Let's go see how everyone is. Me, our friend Jimmy.
En un taxi en camino al club. Yo la conocí en un taxi en camino al club. Me lo paró, pip, pip, el taxi.
Hey.
Me lo paró, el taxi, pip, pip.
Our Airbnb host recommended El Pinche Jimmy. Well, technically he said El Jimmy in the description. And I just called him one day and he's like, yeah, I got you. Picked us up. And then from there, he drove us around every single day. It was about a 10-minute drive from where we were staying to the festival.
México, la bulla, por favor.
Mami, a mí me gusta tu descendencia entera. Porque ella me
Sube la mano, mueve los celulares, mueve los celulares, mueve los celulares, los celulares.
antes tú me pichabas, ahora yo picheo. Antes tú no querías, ahora yo no quiero. Antes tú me pichabas, ahora yo picheo. Antes tú no querías.
¡Rosarito!
Yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola. Que ningún baboso se me pegue. La disco se prendó cuando yo llegué.
We made it. We survived day 1. And now we're gonna have some breakfast this morning. Look at this view though. Look at this view though. We got them eggs. There was a little store next door and that's where we were able to buy all of our groceries. It was also nice having coffee on the rooftop. As you'll see here, this was all included in our Airbnb. We had access to it the entire weekend. However, we only really used it in the morning time because we were too tired and drained when we came back at night. But let me tell you, the ocean sounds from here are just unheard of. We are ready to go.
Mi amor, la más bonita.
del patio. Queremos darle una bienvenida a todas las mujeres que hacen vino por todo el mundo. Yo la conocí en un taxi. Yo la conocí en un taxi.
Ese Jimmy.
Nadie más, no eres como las demás. No es porque estás aquí, a ti sí me yo lo sé, mamá, no eres como las demás.
¿Cuánto cobran, señora?
Es dependiendo del peinado.
Como para ella, ¿cuánto es? ¿En $5? Gracias. By the way, this is the downtown Rosarito area, and everything out here is like a lot more cheaper than everything inside the festival. So I would really recommend grabbing a bite and drinks out here before going on in. This area though, I would be very careful of your belongings here. Simply because some guy literally tried to open my backpack when I turned around to talk to my friends, and he was actually the guy that was trying to sell us wristbands over at this bar here on the left, Boom Boom. And I was like, oh hell no. It was just way too much people up in this crowd ahead. Someone even tried to pull my friend's backpack off of his back. But once you get into the festival, the bag check, it's so chill, it's not scary at all, and it's just a good vibe with good people.
Que lo más bueno es lo que nos espera. Soy tan feliz de que sea la primera. Nadie más, no eres como las demás.
We got super tired, and they have these beanbag stations with phone chargers and everything you possibly need. We then grabbed a bite with some of my friends before really just being hella sober and just drained and ready for bed. We were pretty much sitting around waiting for Anuel's performance, which unfortunately was honestly the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. We decided to just go home instead and get some rest for the next day, and clearly Jordan had other plans.
Fuck yeah. El que perrea le huele todo.
We stayed up so late just talking and eating and drinking. We slept in way too late the next morning. But again, we were tired of going to Charlie's at this point. So I was really all about my eggs and avocado, as well as my coffee in the morning. So that's what we had pretty much the remainder of the trip. Also, you cannot be having breakfast with the sound of the ocean and these views. So definitely 10 times better than Charlie's.
When the world is everything, no break us up for good. Would you hang around? We know we got right now. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, y'all, it is time to get ready for day 3 and hit the show.
Ahora ya no lo sé. Siempre has estado tan bella, pero has cambiado, mujer.
When the tidal waves come around, then would you fight for love, or would you back down and let a hole drown?
Siendo que ya no te tengo, o al menos yo no tu amor. No.
Tell me how you feel.
It is day 3 and we are gonna meet J Balvin. Like, and we're just ready for another great day.
El tiempo volando se va. Donde estemos para quizá mañana te va. Aquí estamos jugando.
Again, shout out to El Pinche Jimmy. We paid him $20 each way, so definitely more than an Uber, but for the security out in Tijuana, guys, just pay it. It's so worth it. So I'm about to drop some tips here, guys. Take this picture on Friday. We had no line on Friday, and if we would have known, we would have just gotten it out of the way. And also, if you were able to sneak one of these bean bags to the stage area, do it, because half the people out here were able to sneak on with no issues. Becky G was alright. I'm honestly not a fan. However, Jay Cortez finally got us going, like really hitting them jams. But yo, Sech, I was not expecting this performance at all. He even brought Jay Cortez back on stage, and it was just such a vibe, so authentic, so real. I was so blown away from his performance. Raúl Alejandro, I know this is a hit right now, but no, guys, like, he is a performer. Hands down the best. Then J Balvin was supposed to start at 11, but his ass did not come out until like 2 a.m. and we were all freaking tired except for Jordan's ass, of course. But once he came out, let me tell you, it was so worth it.
Del pinche Jimmy, morrita, sepa que sepan,
A ver una vuelta,
Sí, señor, yo soy de rancho. Soy de botas y a caballo. Me gusta andar por la sierra, me crié entre los matorrales. Y también fui para Michoacán y monté un pinche toro, pero al último la vaca le hizo mu. Y el gallo, ¿saben qué? Y el gallo cantó.
Si tú quieres te pone a buscar como tú lo mueves, pam, pam, haciendo locura en la mañana. Si alguien te pregunta no ha pasado nada, solo amaneciste en mi cama. Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame, hagamos jueguitos que de chiquito no pude hacer. Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame, que ahora adultos sabemos bien lo que vamos a hacer. Tu piel caramelizada y el pecado pronto voy a cometer. Esa voz tan delicada no demuestra lo que tú haces con mi piel. Vamos y sin censura, yo te hago todo a ti, dulzura. ¿Qué pasó esto? Yo solo cuéntate. Y si tú quieres te pone a buscar como tú lo mueves, pam, pam, haciendo locura en la mañana. Si alguien te pregunta no pasó nada, solo amaneciste en mi cama. Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame, hagamos jueguitos. Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame, hagamos jueguitos que de chiquito no podía hacer. Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame, que ahora adultos sabemos bien lo que vamos a hacer.
It is time to go, and we are saying goodbye. We could not leave town without seeing our bestie for the very last time, El Pinche Jimmy. This being my very first time in Tijuana, I really thought that I would see a lot more of an Americanized culture with us being so close to the border. But it was just more of a reminder that this border really will always and continue to separate two very beautiful groups of people and culture and lifestyles. And I am just so happy that I get to be and experience part of those two every single day.
Sale, nos vemos porque bye-bye. A rato, gracias.
This experience really just put so much into perspective of how much we take for granted on a daily basis for being American, such as us even going to the airport and thinking that we were going to cross through the CBX border and thinking that being American, it'd be so much easier to get to America. However, we quickly learned that you can only pass through CBX by having a flight land in Tijuana before leaving the terminal. So getting to the US took a little bit longer than expected, and we just made so many mistakes from here on out. We thought that it would be faster to take the train to get to the airport, and then once we got to San Diego, we ended up deciding like, oh, you know, 5 minutes to the airport is not too bad. Then we ended up walking over an hour just to make it on time to our freaking flight. That being said, I'm just gonna end this video here because I still have trauma from this day, and I thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.